Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridget. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Whenever I post a story about all these internet fraudsters that that are defrauding people, blacklisting the name of Nigeria and tarnishing the image of Nigeria abroad, I always have trolls. This is when I always have trolls that always come in to troll me, and you find people throwing shade here up and down saying, oh, why don't you talk about the politicians that are spoiling Nigeria? Why don't you talk about the corruption that these politicians that are very corrupt? Why don't you talk about the pastors? Why don't you talk this? Why don't you talk that? Everybody will have something to say about what I should be talking about instead of talking about fraudsters. As long as these fraudsters continue in their illicit activities and continue to become the new role model for young stars in Nigeria, I will continue to talk about them. People will say all sorts of things about me, not talking about politicians, not talking about this, but I ask them, one simple question that I ask people is that these politicians that you're talking about, are they from Benin Republic? Are they from Cameroon, Niger Republic, or Ghana? Where are they from? Are they from the neighboring African countries, or are they Nigerians? They are also Nigerians. So they are, as long as we are talking about corruption, whether you are a politician or you are a fraudster, you are whatever, it's all the same. It doesn't matter where you do it, whether you do it abroad or you do it in Nigeria. When you commit a crime, then you don't expect anyone who is logically thinking and who doesn't believe in the life of the crime that you are living to cover it for you. I will certainly not do that. So this is corruption in full blast, that this young man was sentenced. His name is, his street name, they call him is H Money, but his name is Hope Olusegun Aroke. He was sentenced in 2012 to 24 years prison sentence in Kirikiri maximum security prison. Yeah. My understanding is that Kirikiri is one of the toughest prisons in Nigeria, but I may be wrong. Apparently, this guy has been serving this jail sentence since 2012, but he managed from prison to pull off a scam, an internet fraud scam of $1 million from prison. So the FCC are saying that they receive intelligence about Aroke's scam, and they are faced with the riddle as to how he was able to play, living the lifestyle of what the first thing that sent him to prison in the first place. While in prison, he was in Malaysia in 2012 when he got into these criminal activities, and the article says that he was the arrowhead of an intricate web of internet fraud scammers that were in 2 continents. And the preliminary investigations revealed that against standard practice, Aroke had been given, I suppose what they mean by against standard practice is that against normal, what you expect from a prisoner, their corrupt prison officials have granted Aroke access to the internet and a phone while he's in prison. So they admit him to Nigerian Police Hospital in Lagos for an undisclosed ailment. And when he's in the hospital, allegedly for this so-called ailment that has no name, then he will leave the facility, the hospital, then he will go and stay in hotels. He will meet his wife there, he will meet his children then, and he will attend parties. Guys, you can't make this thing up. I'm telling you, you cannot make these stories up. This is, oh my God. This guy is supposed to be serving a prison jail sentence, but the prison officials and all those people that are supposed to be guiding him and making sure that he's doing his time actually allow him out of prison regularly to go and stay in a so-called police hospital. So who are the people that are in charge of the police hospital that they are allowing him out? He will go to parties, he will meet. So he was just a regular guy living his normal life, and he's supposed to be serving a prison sentence, but he wasn't. He was coming out. He will even managed to open a bank account, 2 bank accounts he managed to open, and he's in possession of his wife's bank account which he then took to prison, and he uses it freely to transfer funds. And they are saying that, oh, how can a convicted man who is serving time in a prison like Kirikiri maximum prison be able to operate freely like this? And they're saying that many people believe that Oroke could have pulled off the alleged exploit only with the help of corrupt prison officials. So when they make money, these internet fraudsters, when they make money, then they can easily bribe their way. And this apparently is what this guy did allegedly in prison. He bribed the prison officials who may be poor or may not be so poor, because I don't believe that they are civil servants, they are being paid their salary. So far, no one has been suspended, even though it's a major breach of security. And EFCC is saying that it's a riddle. I say riddle and joke. This is a riddle and joke, and they are promising that they are going to do a thorough investigation. So the question that a lot of Nigerians are asking about this case is that how many wealthy who are in prison or serving prison sentences have bribed their way to be enjoying a free lifestyle of royalty in prison? So they are in prison, but they are not really in prison. They are going, they are coming. This is Nigeria. And you want to come and talk about corrupt politicians? Why bother to talk about? Why do you come here and throw shade about me not talking about corrupt politicians? Is it the politicians that are in prison that are supposed to be the prison officials that are making sure that this guy is doing his time? Is it politicians that are the ones in the police hospital where they colluded with the police and the prison officials to say that he's sick, he has an ailment, so they will take him to the hospital, and while in hospital they will help this man to sneak out of the hospital, and he will go and stay in a hotel. He will carry on, and that's why he was able to pull off another heist right in Kirikiri maximum prison, where he's supposed to be serving. He's supposed to be serving 24 years prison sentence. He managed to commit a crime, an internet fraud, that earned him $1 million. Is it politicians that are working in the hospital? So tell me, when Nigerians come and they start shouting, hey, don't mind these politicians, don't mind, I just look at people and laugh. Because before you throw stones, you need to look at yourself. You need to really take a critical look. Take a critical look at yourself to say, okay, my hands are clean. I am not corrupt. I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. Even this small job that I have, I'm managing it to the glory of God, and I know that my conscience is clear, that I'm upright, and I'm following the ethics of my profession. I'm not taking bribe. But for where? Civil servants, the military, and the uniform service are the most corrupt in Nigeria. From the army, to the police, to customs, to immigration, to even civil defense, they are all corrupt. So why are you guys shouting, somebody is not talking about politician, somebody is not doing this, somebody is not doing this? Everyone is corrupt. They are all corrupt. How can somebody who is meant to be locked up, the reason why they locked him up in the first place was because he was committing crime in Malaysia, and he got into trouble, and they sentenced him and put him in prison in Nigeria for 24 years. Yet he managed from prison. He had access to the internet, obviously. When he's leaving the prison to go out and stay in hotel for God knows how long, he's having access to the internet, he's having access to a mobile phone, he's having access to a laptop, and he was able to carry on living normal. No wonder that they are saying that these are the hush puppies and the Momfi and the H money they are the ones that the youths now aspire to become. That's why you have fraud schools where people are actively learning the science of how you can do fraud. The young people look up to them now as the role models. What a society. When is all this going to change? I mean, it's okay for us to call out politicians for not doing the right thing. I hear that roads are terrible. And of course, we know all the issues with security, power, and all that. But what about the normal, ordinary people who have their jobs. Are they playing their role? If you are not as a civil servant, you are a security man, you are a policeman, you are a prison man, immigration man, you are not doing your job. You are collecting bribe, doing the wrong thing. How can you open your stinky, dirty mouth and call out any politician for doing the wrong thing? You can't, because you said your hand no clean. Yeah? Those who live in glass houses don't throw stones. So before you come here and start saying, oh, you're always talking about this, you're always talking about it, first that. Now you give them work. You know, I don't give them work. Look at it now. Why don't you talk about politicians? Why the hell should I talk about politicians when everyone is doing the wrong thing? When the prison officials are allowing somebody who is meant to be a fraudster to be going out and from prison because he's got money to bribe them, they let him out. Meanwhile, the people that stood up to say they want to fight for them, like Showore, the court has ruled that they should let him go. Since how many weeks ago, they still locked him up because there's no rule of law. Whatever order that the president is giving or the DSS is giving or whoever it is that is on top that is giving, that they will follow. So, I mean, as long as we continue to condone this behavior, we celebrate them and we see them as role models, it's going to just keep getting worse. Because there is no way that a wrong will become right. Crime is crime, whether you like it or not. No matter how you paint it, you color it, and you make it pretty, and you make it flashy, you make it so shiny, it is still dirty, low down shame. And that's what it is. It's a crime. If you do the crime, then you should do the time. But, you know, from this guy's experience now, from this Aroke's story that has just broken now, 24 years jail sentence, and is living the life. And they still haven't arrested one single person. One single person they cannot arrest. Who were the prison guards that were on duty? Who are the people in the hospital, in the police hospital that let him out? What is the ailment? Who did the diagnosis? Which doctor diagnosed him? And what is the sickness that he's diagnosed with that he's allowed to go to parties when he's supposed to be locked up for the crime that he has committed? This is Nigeria. We'll continue to talk. Things must change. We cannot continue this way because there's no country that has lived like this and, you know, rubbished its image like this and, you know, everything is falling apart and will be able to thrive and succeed. Things have to change. And people like us who are fortunate to have this platform, for me personally, I can speak for myself, I will continue to talk. If you don't like that I'm reporting this and you rather I'm reporting something else, fine. But when my spirit tells me this thing is wrong and I should report it, I will report it. I know they will come. They will always do. They will come and throw, but your shade means nothing to me. It's already there, out there, everywhere. In the newspaper, in all Nigerian blogs, it is there. So, throw your shade and go. It doesn't change your life. Yeah? Thanks a lot, guys. I'll speak to you in my next one. Much love to all my loved Obodo fam. I love you. Bye.
My leaders are showing us money. Uneme.